What's going on, Fire Emblem fans? Are you ready for some new information? Well, little did we know, right after the trailer dropped for Fire Emblem 3 Hopes, the brand new trailer in April, that we were going to get a Japanese press release that is going to cover a ton of information. I'm talking character information, how to build relationships, battle information, how we're going to be traversing the base camp, and tons more. So make sure right now that you like the video and subscribe at the end if this is something that you like and you want to stay in the know with Fire Emblem 3 Hopes. Of course, as always, I'm Dom from The Game Looters, and today we're talking Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, covering the Japanese press release information. Let's go ahead and jump into it right now, and we'll go over everything that this site had to cover, because this is a big press release with a ton of awesome info. Let's get into it. We also got a really cool synopsis of kind of how the game is going to start as well. The game is going to start with Shez, which is our new character, meeting with the young leaders, so Edelgard, Dimitri, and Claud. And in place of kind of what happened in Proper, we're going to have a choice here, and the story is going to begin with the encounter that is going to differ from the original game. This is going to be divided into the 3 paths that are not going to intersect. So depending on who Shez ends up working with, whether it be Edelgard, Dimitri, or Claud, we're going to have 3 dividing paths that aren't going to intersect, separately different from the original story in 3 Houses. So the main character of the story is going to be Shez, as he is the strongest person, and we're going to have our antagonist, which is known as the Ashen Devil, which is really cool. So essentially, Shez is going to meet all 3 characters, and depending on the choices you make, it's going to lead you in 3 different directions depending on who you side with. To dive deeper into the story, they have the story synopsis as this. They put here, in Imperial Calendar 1179, there was a lonely mercenary who walked through the land of Fodlan with a single sword. A young mercenary who was supposed to be in the future collides with the Ashen Devil of the Geralt mercenary group, which is obviously Byleth, and is defeated before its overwhelming strength. So Shez is absolutely defeated by the Grey Devil. He then was a mercenary who was prepared to die, but when a voice suddenly echoed from somewhere, his life was saved by the mysterious power. The Lord of the Voice was a mysterious existence calling themselves Larva. This young mercenary is going to roam around the country to train in order to humiliate or get revenge on the Grey or Ashen Devil. During that time, the mercenaries met with the students of the military academy who were chased by the bandits. This encounter should have not been possible in the first place. This is going to shake the history of Fodlan. So essentially, with Shez coming into the mix, throws everything out of whack from what we knew originally, where in the story of 3 Houses, Byleth and Geralt meet up with the three powers within Edelgard, Dimitri, and Claud, and that sets us on our journey to become the teacher and to basically set out on the story that Byleth did, with everything that ensued into 3 Houses. But this is going to change the history of everything, and the story as we know it is going to completely branch off and take a whole different form, which leads us to a lot of questions on with Byleth not having the Sword of the Creator, with Byleth not meeting Rhea, becoming a teacher. What is that going to do for all the history and everything that occurred in 3 Houses? It's absolutely interesting, and I honestly can't wait to play this. All right, the next part of the game that we got described here is just about the 3 branching paths between the Empire Kingdom and the Alliance. So they put here that the protagonist will belong as a student. So instead of being a teacher, we're going to be a student alongside Edelgard and them. You're going to be a student to either the Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, or the Golden Deer. And depending on what you choose, it'll be headed by one of the 3 leaders. This choice is going to diverge you into the different stories and perspectives from either the Adrestia Empire, the Fergus Empire, or the Holy Kingdom of the Alliance. Or, obviously the Lesser Lords Alliance, respectively. So it's going to basically, depending on who we side with in this moment, it's going to basically completely change up the story here. And we also real quick, I wanted to shout out that we got some really awesome new screenshots here. So we got some high quality images of Edelgard. of which I really love her brand new design. We got Edelgard and Hubert here. So Hubert kind of changed his hairstyle, so he still looks emo, but a little bit less. We also then got some really cool high quality images of Dimitri and of Dedu, which let me know what you think about Dedu's chin straps in the comments here. He basically got rid of some scars and turned them in for some awesome sideburns. Then we got a couple of high quality images here for Claud and for Hilda, with Hilda's new hairstyle, which I absolutely love. Which the high quality images coincide to a thought that I had, which is that certain students, not all students, are going to appear in the game, which is extremely interesting that not all students are going to be here, but certain handpicked ones will be here. And from the looks of it, will also be playable. All right, the next part of the press release they covered, which was the army, the advance, and the battle. So the army portion of the game is a part where you can freely move around the outpost. You can interact with friends and strengthen your army. In addition to the main character and friends for the next battle, this is where you're going to be able to deepen ties and relationships with your friends and enjoy conversations through different elements such as helping with their work and serving food. The next part here is the advance. This is going to be the point where you have the main quest. You're going to have a clear final target of each episode that is going to occur. This is going to be where you control the surrounding areas and elements, as well as events will be taking place, such as the merchant Anna, who's going to sell valuables. You're going to be able to survey and get rewards and extra quests for a limited time during these specific episodes. And the last piece here is the battle part. This is going to be the battlefield where you're going to actually take place with the Muso-style action. In the battlefield, you're going to be able to move real-time, just as you did in other Muso games. You're going to be able to enjoy a unique Fire Emblem Muso-style battle, which is going to consist of simulation-like play that gives you instructions to friends by thinking carefully and exhilarating Muso-style action that's going to open the way. So basically, you're going to be able to give commands just like you did in prior games before, like Age of Calamity or Fire Emblem Warriors. And this is going to be where you can take on magical beasts and other enemies who are deemed foes, which is really, really cool. All right, the last piece that I want to touch on here that was covered in the article is about the Ashen Devil, or the Ashen Devil Byleth, the antagonist of the game. They're described now with their overwhelming strength. The strongest enemy that stands in front of the main character, Shez, is going to be the Ashen Devil. How is the ending of Shez, who was screwed down with the Force and turned the blade? So basically, the Ashen Devil kills Shez, but Shez is saved by Larva. They're also telling us here that we can also choose the appearance of the main character. So as with Fire Emblem Three Houses, you can also select the appearance of the main character. In addition, you can select the appearance of the strongest enemy, the Ashen Devil, that's just standing in front of the main character. So a lot of awesome information here that was covered in this article. We got a deep dive on some of the systems. We got a deep dive on some of the characters. We got high quality images. And we know now that we're going to 100% play this game as Shez, and the antagonist, the big bad, is going to be the Ashen Devil, which is now Byleth, which is going to completely throw everything on its head from what we knew, which is going to lead us to believe what's going to happen with the main story. Now, this all takes place about a year before the occurrences of Fire Emblem Three Houses. So what does that mean? You know, once we kind of flash forward a year with all these things that occur, with meeting Byleth early, with Shez being a part of the students, what does this mean for the actual story of Three Houses? And does that mean a sequel is in line in the future? Let me know what you guys think about all this information down in the comments below. Thank you guys for joining me for another Fire Emblem Three Hopes video. This was definitely very interesting to deep dive into. Leave some comments, leave some love, and subscribe for more Fire Emblem Three Hopes. Peace.